It doesn't take long for the weight of the day to set in. The alarm rings. The light peeks in. And somehow, before your eyes have fully opened, the pressure has already arrived. Thoughts rush in before coffee does: what needs to be fixed, what feels too far gone, what's expected of you, who might need you, and whether you even have the strength to be that person today. And for a moment, you lie there, still under the blankets, but already carrying the heaviness of life. Some mornings feel like mountains, too steep to climb, too wide to go around. And all you really want is to feel safe. Steady. Guided. Not like you have to figure everything out before the sun finishes rising. You don't want to wake up strong. You want to wake up led. That's why you're here. Not for a motivational speech. Not for a checklist of spiritual duties. But for something real. Something that meets you in the valley and reminds you that you don't have to walk alone. And if that's what you're looking for this morning, then don't rush past this moment. Don't scroll away. Don't let your heart go into autopilot before it even has a chance to breathe. Because this could be the day where everything begins to shift. Not because the world gets easier, but because your soul starts to follow the shepherd again. Psalm 23 isn't just a pretty passage we read at weddings and funerals. It's a lifeline. A roadmap. A promise. It's the voice of God whispering into chaos: I'm here. I'm leading. I'm enough. So if your heart is tired, if your spirit feels scattered, if your thoughts are running and your feet haven't even left the bed, this is your invitation to be still. To be known. To be led. The Lord is your shepherd. You lack nothing. Not because you have everything, but because He is everything. This is your moment. Stay. Listen. Let peace come before pressure. Let worship come before worry. Let the shepherd take the lead. And if you're still reading this, it means your heart is hungry. And God never turns away a hungry heart. He fills it. He restores it. He walks with it. So let's walk together now, through Psalm 23. One line at a time. One breath at a time. One step closer to the shepherd who never leaves. The Lord is my shepherd, I lack nothing. Lord, that's a bold thing to say in a world that constantly reminds me of what I don't have. A world that thrives on scarcity, comparison, anxiety. But your word doesn't ask me to measure what's missing, it asks me to remember who you are. My shepherd. Not a distant deity. Not a concept. But a shepherd. You walk close. You see when I'm limping. You know when I'm lost. You care about more than what I do, you care about where I am. And when you say I lack nothing, you're not talking about my bank account, my resume, or my reputation. You're saying that because I have you, I have enough. Enough grace for today. Enough strength for the next step. Enough peace to silence the fear. Enough hope to get out of bed and believe again. He makes me lie down in green pastures. He leads me beside quiet waters. You don't just ask me to be still, you lead me there. You guide me into rest, into nourishment, into places my soul can breathe. You don't yell from a distance and hope I find my way. You walk ahead. You draw near. You gently press pause on my chaos and say, here. Sit. Eat. Rest. And Lord, I confess, I don't always know how to lie down. I run. I push. I strive. But you keep bringing me back to green pastures. Not the busy fields of performance, but the quiet spaces where I can just be. No masks. No roles. Just me and you. He refreshes my soul. I didn't even realize how dry I'd become. How parched my spirit was. I've been doing all the right things, but somewhere along the way, I lost the wonder. I forgot how good you are. I forgot how to feel. But this morning, you're bringing it back. Not with fanfare, but with stillness. With presence. With a soul-deep reminder that you don't just want me to survive, you want me restored. You guide me along the right paths for your name's sake. Even when I don't know where I'm going. Even when I've taken wrong turns. Even when I feel stuck at a crossroads with too many options and not enough clarity, you are guiding. You are shaping. You are writing a story that will glorify you, even through my detours. And that gives me peace. Not because I have a map, but because I trust the one who's leading me. Even though I walk through the darkest valley, I will fear no evil, for you are with me. Lord, there's no pretending here. I've been in that valley. I've felt the shadows. I've heard the whispers. I've had nights when I couldn't pray because fear stole my words. I've had mornings when I got dressed and smiled, but inside I was drowning. And yet, even in that place, even in the valley where everything feels uncertain, you were still with me. You didn't leave. You didn't abandon me to figure it out alone. You walked beside me. You held my hand. You sat with me in the silence. I didn't always see you. I didn't always feel you. But looking back, I know you were there, sustaining me when I had nothing left to give. You never promised I wouldn't walk through valleys. You promised I wouldn't have to walk them alone. Your rod and your staff, they comfort me. Lord, sometimes I thought you were punishing me, but now I see it was your rod, gently pulling me back. Sometimes I mistook conviction for condemnation, but it was your staff, nudging me toward safety. You discipline not to shame, but to protect. You correct not to wound, but to heal. And in that, there is comfort. Because it means you care enough to intervene. You prepare a table before me in the presence of my enemies. That still gets me, Lord. You don't just remove my enemies. You bless me in front of them. You let them watch as you anoint me, favor me, restore me. You set a table, not just a quick snack, but a feast. A place of honor. A seat of restoration. And you don't wait until everything is perfect. You do it right in the middle of the battle. You anoint my head with oil. My cup overflows. You're not a God of barely enough. You're not rationing grace. You are overflowing. Pouring. Abundant. You see my weary head and anoint it, not just for healing, but for honor. For calling. For purpose. You remind me that I am not forgotten. I am chosen. I am equipped. I am filled again. Surely your goodness and love will follow me all the days of my life. Lord, how many times have I chased things that couldn't keep their promises? I've chased validation. I've chased approval. I've chased comfort in all the wrong places. But you say I don't have to chase anymore. You say that when I let you lead, when I walk with the shepherd, then goodness doesn't wait for me to earn it, it follows me. It walks with me. It finds me even on days when I lose my way. Lord, remind me that I'm not followed by fear or failure, I'm followed by grace. Every place I go, your mercy is already there. Every time I stumble, your hand is ready to lift. Every morning I open my eyes, your goodness whispers, I'm still here. And not just on the good days. All the days. The ones I feel strong and the ones I feel broken. The days I praise and the days I barely hang on. You never stop pursuing me with kindness. You never grow tired of covering me with love. Lord, if I forget everything else today, help me remember this: I am followed by goodness. I am not abandoned. I am not forgotten. I am not trailing shame. I am covered by compassion. Surrounded by peace. Chased down by your goodness. And I will dwell in the house of the Lord forever. Lord, I don't just want a moment with you. I want a life with you. I don't want to visit your presence like a guest, I want to live there like a child at home. I want my soul to settle, not wander. I want my heart to root itself in your faithfulness, not the opinions of people. Because your house isn't just a building, it's wherever you are. And you are here. You are with me in this room, in this silence, in this breath. You are with me in the hospital waiting room, in the grocery store aisle, in the anxious spaces between decisions. You are not a once-a-week experience. You are my every moment, God. And if I dwell in you, I have everything. I have covering when I'm afraid. I have comfort when I'm hurting. I have peace when I don't understand. I have strength when I'm empty. I have purpose even when I can't see the path. So today, Lord, I choose to dwell. I choose to stay close. I choose to stop running toward what doesn't satisfy and return to the one who restores. This morning, I give you all of it, the stress, the striving, the unanswered questions. I place them in the hands of the shepherd who never loses a sheep. I choose to believe that even when the road is uncertain, the destination is secure, because it ends in you. And I will dwell in your house, not just when I'm strong. Especially when I'm weak. Especially when I don't know what to pray. Especially when the noise of the world drowns out my confidence. You still invite me to come home. And I say yes. I say yes to peace over panic. I say yes to trust over worry. I say yes to grace over shame. I say yes to dwelling, not performing. To resting, not earning. To following, not fearing. And now, I lift this prayer not with perfection, but with sincerity. Father, be my shepherd today. Guide me when I'm unsure. Protect me when I'm vulnerable. Feed me when I'm hungry for hope. Restore me when I'm weary. And when I forget who I am, remind me whose I am. I am yours. I always have been. I always will be. So I walk into this day not alone, not exposed, not forgotten, but covered. Carried. Chosen. Known. I declare this morning that Psalm 23 is not just scripture, it is my song, my story, my safe place. And I will dwell. I will follow. I will rest. I will believe again that if this prayer met you where you are, stay in this moment. Leave a comment below, type Amen to declare your trust in the shepherd who never leaves you. And subscribe to Heavenly Prayers to begin every morning with peace, protection, and God's presence. You are seen. You are led. You are deeply, eternally loved.